doing parallel lines and triangle angle sums. So, I want to classify these triangles by the number of sides they have. This first one has 3 equal sides. And it's called an equilateral. Okay, the next one has 2 equal sides. This one is called isosceles. And the last one has no equal sides. This one is scalene. The next one is to classify by angles. So this one has all of my angles are less than 90. So this one is called acute. The next one has a 90-degree angle. This one is called right. And then my last one has an obtuse angle. So this one is called obtuse. So number 1 wants me to classify by its sides and its angles. So let's name it based on its angles. All of those are less than 90, so that's going to be acute. And all of my sides are different lengths, so this one's going to be scalene. My next one has an angle that's 130, so that's going to be what? Obtuse. And if I look at this picture, I have 2 tick marks that are saying 2 sides are the same. So what's the word for 2 same sides? So then this next one wants me to classify the triangle in the coordinate plane, and it wants me to classify by its sides and then just decide if it's a right triangle or not. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my distance formula to figure out how long each side is. So I'm going to write that down again in case we forgot. So I'm going to go from O to Q. Oops, O to Q. So I'm going to plug those values in for x sub 2 and x sub 1. So x sub 2 is going to be my qx value. And then x sub 1 is going to be my o. Y sub 2 is going to be my q value. And then y sub 1 is going to be my o value. So what is 6 minus 0? 6. And 3 minus 0? 3. Thank you. So what's 6 squared? And 3 squared? 9. So I want to take the square root of 45. So I'm going to use my calculator for this one. I get 6.71. I'm going to do 2 decimal places. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing from O to P. So P is going to be my x2, y2. So that is a negative 1 minus 0, and then 2 minus 0. What's negative 1 minus 0? Negative 1. And 2 minus 0 is 2. What's negative 1 squared? What is 2 squared? 1 plus 4? 5. So I want to find the square root of 5. So that is 2.24. Okay, and the last side I need to find is PQ. So Q is going to be my x2, y2. So I'm going to do 6 minus negative 1. And then 3 minus 2. Okay. 6 minus negative 1 is 7. And 3 minus 2? What is 7 squared? And 1 squared? 49 plus 1? Okay, and then I just want to check 50 on my calculator. Or the square root of 50. So this one I get 7.07. So, based on my side lengths, what kind of triangle is this? Are any of them the same? No, so this one is scalene. And then it wants me to check to see if it's a right triangle. I'm going to plug into the a squared plus b squared equals c squared to check. How would I decide which side is A and B? Can any of the three sides be A and B? So remember, my longest side always has to be C, and then A and B don't matter. So I can switch the other two. So I'm going to plug in. So on my calculator, I want to figure out what these are. So I'm doing 2.24 squared, which gives me 5.0176. And then I'm going to do 6.71 squared, which gives me 45.0241. And then I want to do 7.07 squared, which gives me 49.9849. So then I just want to add these together. Which gives me 50.0417. So I know these two numbers aren't the same, but are they really close? Okay, so this means they're right because I rounded. So this one is a scaling right. Then we have our triangle sum theorem. This is the sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So this picture has numbers on the inside of the triangle. They just didn't copy very well. So what this is saying is the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 should equal 180 degrees. The next one is the exterior angles theorem. This is the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. Okay, so for this one, exterior means the angle on the outside. So the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angles 3 and 4 added together, because those are the two angles that aren't touching 1. Okay. So the next two want me to use the exterior angle sum theorem to solve for x. So on this one I'm going to have 2x plus 10, because that's my outside angle, and then I'm going to add my two inside angles together, so x plus 65. Then from here it's just an algebra problem to solve, so I'm going to subtract x on both sides. And then I subtract 10. I get x equals 55. Okay, so same idea for number 4. 146 is my outside angle. And then my two inside angles I add together. So I'm going to add 4y plus 8 and 5y plus 3. So on this one, I want to start off by combining like terms. And then I want to subtract 11 on both sides. And then divide both sides by 9. I get y equals what? 15. Can you wait till we finish the next page, or do you have to go right now? Okay, so on this next one, it wants me to find the value of x. All three of those angles are inside the triangle, so I'm going to add them all up together and set it equal to 180. So first I want to combine like terms. And then I want to subtract 142. What do I get when I subtract 142? Okay, on this next one, this 99 is that angle right there. So what I want to do is I first want to find angle 1, if I ignore this part of the triangle, angle 1 is an exterior angle to this triangle. So I have the measure of angle 1 is going to equal 99 plus 32. So what is 99 plus 32? Okay, so I know this angle right here is 131. And then I want to find angle 2, which is an exterior angle to this second triangle. So then I just want to add the 30 and 131 together. And then what do I get there? Okay, so 7's kind of the same idea. I have an exterior angle, and then I want to look for angle 1. So I know that 126 is going to equal the measure of angle 1 added to 15. How do I solve for the measure of angle 1? Not add, subtract, because I want to move it to the other side. So I get 111 when I subtract. Okay. So then to find angle 2, there aren't any exterior angles I can use, but I know that angle 1 and this missing angle make a straight line. So I can do 180 minus 111 to get that angle, which gives me 69. So then to find the measure of angle 2, I'm going to be adding that to 69 and 83, and this should equal 180 because all three of those are inside the triangle. So I want to combine my terms with 69 plus 83. Yeah, 152. And then I just want to go ahead and subtract 152 from both sides. So my measure of angle 2 is